Oh, look at that goodness there. That is proper stick to your ribs. There we have it. That's our Ven Pongal. Look at that. What a breakfast dish. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Rick. Today we're making Ven Pongal, a fantastic South Indian breakfast dish. Now this is made with moong dal and rice. Short grain rice, okay? It doesn't matter. Rinse it well till it's clear. Moong dal, rinse it till it's clear, and then dry it a little bit with kitchen towel if you can, because we are going to dry roast this. We're going to put a little bit of roast on there. So we're going to get a pan on. When you've got your pan warm enough, in there with your moong dal. Now, this is an actual optional step. You don't even have to do this, but it will bring a little nuttiness to the dish. Worth doing. Just make sure you've dried, because if not, it's going to be all over, you know. You know, some people toast the rice as well. I don't toast rice for this. I don't think it's needed, you know. This is going to bring the flavour, and obviously it's going to mash up with the rice. The rice is going to bring a fantastic creaminess. It's entirely up to you, you know. Many people make it different ways. Now if you get a little tinge on, that's fine. Don't try and burn the stuff, whatever you do. That will do. You don't have to go too far with this. Grab a pan. In your pan, in there with your rice, give it a little twizzle round. So there you go, that's our moong dal and our rice. In there with some water. Now we are cooking it the old-fashioned way. In there with some salt, and a way that everybody can cook. So get a flame on, and we're going to bring this up to a boil, knock it down for a simmer. We're going to put a lid on, and we're going to cook it for about 30-35 minutes. Nice and steady. Come on. Let's just bring it up to the boil a bit quicker, eh? Okay, we've got a nice little boil coming on here, look. We're going to simmer this for 30 minutes. And if you want to skim that there, because we're doing it the old-fashioned pan way, skim it. Just keep giving it a little stir every now and again. 30 minutes, that's it. So what you do is just keep coming along, give it a little stir. You don't have to do too much to this. We're trying to cook it thick. However, watch the water. In a pressure cooker, it's not going to boil off the water like this is. So just watch what we're doing, and if we have to add hot water, we'll put some hot water in there. There we go. We're getting a nice thick mix already. It's all coming together as a nice creamy mass. However, we've got about 15 minutes left, so I'm adding a bit of hot water. Give that a stir and just carry on cooking for 15 minutes. Nice and steady. Gentle, no rush, it's breakfast. Okay, we've had about 30 minutes, we've got this. Now this is my perfect consistency. I don't want to add any water to this. You know, if you didn't have enough fluid in there, you would add some boiling water. Now, the moong dal, look, you can see bits of moong dal in there. What you can do is take a masher and you can mash it all smooth. I'm not bothered, to be honest. You know, I know the moong dal's cooked and I like those flecks of yellow in there. I think it makes it look more attractive. That's my own taste, okay? So if you want to mash it out, but that is what we're looking at. A nice porridge-like consistency. That is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to move this pan and we're going to make a tadka to tip over here. I'm going to turn this off and just move this to here. So we want a small pan on and we want to go in there with some ghee. So we want about 3 tablespoons of ghee in here. I'm at the end of this one, look. So let's go in there with another one of those. There's enough ghee there, look. That is absolutely perfect. Nice little flame on. And what we're going to do is fry the cashew nuts first. Get a little bit of toasting on these cashews and then we'll add pepper, cumin seeds, a bit of ginger, etc. Right, we're going in there with our cashews. Nice little golden on there. You don't have to have such a high flame to cook cashews. Nice little steady one, look. Now you could take these out if you so wish. Flame's a bit warm there, look. These steel pans heat up very quickly. So what we'll do is we'll take those cashews out of there just simply because we don't want to burn them. We don't want to overcook. And then we'll just chuck them back in a second. Okay, we got our oil going on there, look. Want to be going in there with our cumin. We're going in there with a little bit of black pepper. Now this is crushed black pepper. Black peppercorns crushed up. Nice little sizzle whizzle on there, look. In there with some ginger. Give that one of those. I'm using chili, so that's going in. A little bit of hing and curry leaves. Give that a little one of those. Turn off the flame. You don't need a flame on now. Back in there with those cashews. And we chuck it over our dish. Bring back our dish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sneaky one for presentation. I'm just going to take a little bit of that out of there and the rest in here. Nice gentle mix through. Oh yeah. That looks a bit special. There's enough ghee there without adding any more, but you can add some more. Let's serve this up. Now, you would normally serve this up with coconut chutney or something. We're just going to serve this as is because this is what we're making. So you know how to make it. Come on. Oh, look at that goodness there. That is proper stick to your ribs. Ven Pongal. Oh yeah. And remember that bit of filling that we kept? On there, let's dress it up. Come on. And you can drizzle on a bit of ghee. Oh yes, please. That is absolutely sensational. There we have it. That's our Ven Pongal. Look at that. What a breakfast dish. There we go, that's our Ven Pongal. Look at that. That is proper consistency, proper comfort food. Come on. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I'm going to eat the whole lot. There you go. It's slight peppery. You got the cashews in there. You got the curry leaves. If you can't get the curry leaves, you know, try an Asian shop. You know, an Asian shop, Asian supermarket. Even in the frozen, they might have curry leaves. We got the cashews. We got the peppercorns, lightly crushed. Cumin seeds in there. It is amazing. And you know, there's no sugar and it's still sweet enough. It's delicious. That is amazing. And it's got that ghee all the way through there. Even though we drizzled on the top, it's all the way through there. It's like a real buttery flavour all the way through. It's delicious. There you go. That is an absolutely perfect Ven Pongal South Indian breakfast. Easy to make. Share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make this. In the Western world, it's probably equivalent to a porridge. In Thailand, a rice soup. It is sensational. So there you go, an absolutely fabulous dish. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, subscribe, ring that bell so you get notifications every time we upload, and we'll catch you in the next video. Now I can eat this all day long. I don't need coconut chutney, but put the coconut chutney with it and you've got the perfect breakfast. There you go.